Boys and girls, I think we need to talk. Hello, folks. We're taking a break from normally scheduled broadcasting this week because there's something I've got to talk about. If you've been following along with my social media or the community page over the last week or so, you know where we're going with this. Feel free to skip it and come back next week if you've heard it all before, because I know a lot of you have heard it all before. But what became really apparent to me last weekend is there's a significant number of people who, for whatever reason, haven't heard it, or at the very least haven't listened to the message that I'm going to be putting out there once again in this video. So I'm sorry to the 99% of you who this doesn't apply to. Feel free to sit and watch me have a little rant, but like I say, come back next week, we'll have something a lot more positive. I'm done talking about this stuff after this video. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will refer you back to last week's video. I made a video with 10 tips that I would give to 18-year-old me. I thought it was a really good video. I think it had some really valuable points in there. And actually, the comment section, by and large, agreed with me. It was more than any other video, I think, other than maybe the Fit by 40 video I did back in January. I think they're the two videos in recent memory that had the most noticeable positive feedback on, for people thanking me for saying some of the things that I've said, or for helping them understand something more about themselves, or giving them the nudge they needed to make a change in some way. There was a lot of positive feedback about how valuable that video was, and I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to make, and I think it did have a positive message. But there were a noticeable minority of people in the comments to that video who were just really negative. Whether it was telling me how boring my channel is now, how dead my channel is, how I should just stop making videos, demanding the vlogs come back, demanding to see Andy. We always get a little bit of that, but there was more of it last week than there has been for a long time. There's no point going back trying to find it. I've deleted it all. I've blocked those people. But the messages that I got led me to putting up this message on the community page on I think it was on Sunday evening. Now I'm going to read the message to you because I got a lot of flack for this message about how rude it was. I don't see it as rude, but I know people have told me in the past that sometimes I'm a little more direct and a little bit more blunt than some people like. So maybe it was rude, but I think it was all a valuable message to put across anyway. So along with a big picture that said no more vlogs ever, I know there were going to be people who weren't going to read the message, and I just needed to get the message across as simply and colourfully as possible to those people who won't even read a paragraph of text. If they got that message, I'm happy. But no more vlogs ever. And then the actual text was, sorry to have to keep labouring this point for the 98% of you who listen and are enjoying the new content, but I'm getting fed up of the comments every time I upload a new video asking for vlogs. I don't see how I could be any clearer, but this is me trying to be clearer. If you're here for the family vlog content we used to make, that is never coming back. So if you're still hoping it'll be back after lockdown, or back in the summer, or back when I change my mind, now's a great time to unsubscribe and save us both the headache. The channel has moved on. If you don't like it, you should move on too. Massive thanks to the vast majority who are enjoying the content I've been making recently. I've lots more cool stuff planned for the coming weeks and months, just none of it will be vlogs. That was rude, apparently. I don't get it. I don't understand how it was rude. But if anybody did read that message and get desperately offended by it, this is where I'm supposed to apologise, isn't it? I'm not going to apologise. I did nothing wrong. It wasn't rude. It wasn't offensive. If you got offended by it, grow up, is my instant response. You know, grow up. It wasn't offensive. It was just direct. If you can't handle being spoken to directly, grow up. But of course, as you would expect, because this is the internet, because it's YouTube, that led to an awful lot of negativity in the comments to that post. It also got a lot of likes. There were a lot of people in support of the message. There were a lot of people who posted to say that they agreed or they understood, or even thanking me for, Kev, thanks for clarifying this. I have unsubscribed now. Thanks for the content, etc., etc., etc. Those people, great. That's what it was there for. If the channel's not for you anymore, you absolutely should unsubscribe, because I'm not going to go back to making the content you were looking for. So just unsubscribe. That's not me being ungrateful. That's not me being rude. That's me trying to be honest and open with you. That you subscribed for one thing. Thank you. I'm not making that one thing anymore. I'm doing this other thing. If you don't like the other thing, Why are you still here? Unsubscribe. Moaning about it isn't going to make me go back to do this thing. And that's kind of the message that I'm trying to get out to people. But because there was so much negativity and so much abuse in the comments to that, I thought, right, I actually do need to sit and do a video for this. I need to get it all in one place, once and for all, somewhere I can refer people back to, somewhere I can make sure the message is as clear can be. If it leads to people unsubscribing from the channel, fantastic, because if you don't want to be here, that's what I want. I think there's this misconception among, I don't want to, this one isn't meant to be rude or mean, but I think it's amongst some of the younger viewers on the channel seem to think that this channel is my be all and end all, that this is my reason for being, this is what pays my bills, this is what I spend all of my week thinking about and working towards. So I've got to really clarify once again, and I've tried to make this clear throughout the 4 years this channel has existed. This is my second channel. This is what I do for a hobby, for a little bit of fun. This is where I mess around and make the kind of videos I can't make on my main channel, my Football Manager channel, the one where I do care about the numbers. I do care about the subscribers and the views and the money that comes from that channel. This channel has never been that. It's not been about the numbers. It's not been about making money on this channel, because for large parts of the history of this channel, I haven't really made very much money because it used to constantly get demonetized. Even when it was getting loads and loads and loads of views, I wasn't earning very much from it because it was often demonetized. So this channel has never been more than just a hobby for me. In the past, when I was doing it daily, it was sometimes a hobby that took up an awful lot of time, but I made a decision around about a year ago, a little bit longer than a year ago, in fact, that I didn't want to dedicate as much time to my hobby anymore. I needed to get serious about my work and my career and focus in on the bit that I felt had the biggest potential upside, the biggest future, the place where I could go and really make a success of things, and that is the other channel. So I decided to focus all of my time on that. I started streaming on Twitch regularly again. I massively scaled back what I was doing here to the point where I basically make the videos for this channel on a Saturday morning. It's my little bit of, right, the working week is done. Let's have a little bit of a relax, have a little bit of fun. As I record this now, it's 11:16 on Saturday morning. My working week is done. This is my hobby, and I'm having to do a video defending myself because some people don't like what I'm doing for my hobby in my free time. I need to get back to the script. So, back on script. If you are upset that the vlog has ended, that is fine. I get that. But it did end a long time ago now. The daily vlog ended in October 2019. At the same time, I changed the channel name back from the Chapman family to what it was before, to Kevin Chapman, to really hammer home the message that not only have we stopped the daily vlog, but I'm distancing myself from family vlogs now. It was 18 months ago that I made the decision that I wasn't a daily vlog anymore, and that we were going to refocus the channel back around what it was to begin with, my second channel, not our family vlog channel. It's been a long time. Now, I know I did start doing the weekly vlogs when the daily vlog stopped, but even that, I haven't uploaded a weekly vlog since August last year. Don't believe me, this is the last 6 months of videos that were uploaded on the channel, and as you can see, none of them are weekly vlogs. There are some that are vlog style videos. There's some bits around our house move. We moved house. That gave me something to make some videos about because I knew you'd be interested in that, and I was excited to share all that kind of stuff. And there's been a few days out that we were able to have when the lockdown restrictions were eased at various points. But by and large, for the last 6 months or so, the vast majority of videos have been my face on the thumbnail, me in the video, videos about me doing what I want and talking to you more often than not about what I want to talk to you about. This isn't new. There were people acting off the back of that community page post last weekend as if this was brand new information that I wasn't vlogging anymore. When in actual fact, I hadn't daily vlogged for a year and a half. I haven't done a vlog of any kind for 6 months. I've been constantly talking about it in videos and on live streams. That's why I make the apology at the start for those of you who've heard this all before, because a lot of you will have heard this all before dozens of times, because I've talked about it so often. It shouldn't be new information that the vlog ended a long time ago. Yet still, every single video I upload, I get people asking when the next vlog is. There isn't a next vlog. There hasn't been a next vlog. Asking when I'm going back to vlogging. Telling me that my channel is dead. Telling me that I should, if I'm not going to make the content they subscribed for, I should just end the channel. I mean, how counterintuitive is that? You're not doing the thing that I want anymore, so you're not allowed to do anything. Surely the logical thing is, if I'm not making the content you want me to make anymore, just stop watching me. You go and do you. Let me do me. How is it? If you don't like what I'm doing, what are you doing here? What is that? I don't understand. Don't tell me to end my channel because you don't like it anymore. Just stop watching it. Because bottom line, now I am making the content that I wanted to make on this channel. I'm enjoying the videos that I'm making. The vast majority of my audience are also enjoying them. I know numbers aren't an issue here, but actually, if you look back at the average view numbers per video over the last 6 months, they're higher than they've ever been. That 6 months where I haven't done a vlog has been far more popular, just on a raw numbers basis, has been far more popular than when I was vlogging. Massively more popular. Now, yeah, there'll be a few duds in there. You'll go through and say, yeah, but Kev, this video only got 6,000 views. Yeah, okay. I can show you vlogs that got less than 1,000 views. There was some terrible, terrible content when I was vlogging. And I haven't made a terrible piece of content for a long time now. And I'm very proud of that. And I'm enjoying the videos that I'm making. I'm enjoying the positive feedback that I'm getting. I love the fact that I am helping people with stuff that I can help them with now. I have a lot of experience in areas like finance and productivity and content creation. And I have a background in teaching. If you got a Venn diagram of the things I'm experienced in and skilled at, teaching people about finance and productivity and content creation, that is literally my area of expertise. That is what I'm good at, and that is what I enjoy. So I'm making the best content I've ever made. Thank you to those of you who are watching it. Those of you who don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to watch it. Go and watch somebody else. And before I go, I know there's still going to be at least a few of you saying, yeah, Kev, that's all well and good, but when is the next vlog? Okay, let's just break down why there are no vlogs and if and when there might be a vlog at some point in the future. Because the point of me creating the content I want to make when I want to make it is exactly that. I might wake up one day and decide I want to do a vlog that day. And if I do, I'll do a vlog. But at the moment, I can't. It's not even me deciding not to at the moment. If none of these reasons I was about to give you existed, I still wouldn't be making vlogs at the moment. Because at the moment, I don't want to. I did it for a long time. I got bored of it. I was ready to move on. I don't want to vlog at the moment. So that's the main headline reason. Even if you take the main headline reason away, there's a lot of reasons why I actually can't vlog at the moment. The most obvious of which is that there's a national lockdown going on currently. We have been told by the government to stay in our house. Now, I don't know. I have never watched a family vlog. You know, I have no interest in that kind of stuff. I have no idea what they've been doing over the last year or so. I can only imagine it's been the most boring content anyone has ever made because they've not been able to leave their house. And if they have been leaving their house to make vlogs, they're scummy, rule-breaking turds who just don't care about other people, and I have no time for them at all. I've got no interest in doing that. We have been told to stay at home, so we have been staying at home. And there's only so many videos that you can make from inside your own house before it's repetitive and boring. We can't be going out doing theme park vlogs and days at the seaside and riding the trams and going and viewing churches and all these things we always used to do because we can't go to these places. We're not allowed to. But on top of all that, as you know, Anna started her career around about the time we moved house. We moved here so that she could start her career that she'd been training for throughout her time at uni. And as part of the job that she now does, she's not allowed to be in the videos. So we straight away there, for as long as Anna has that job, which will probably be the next 30 years, for as long as Anna has that job, she can't be in the videos. So we can't do family vlogs because part of the family is not allowed to be on camera anymore. But even if that wasn't an issue, when was the last time you saw a video on Through Andy's Eyes, Andy's channel? You remember seeing one anytime in recent memory? He has completely lost interest in video. He doesn't want to record stuff on his own anymore. He doesn't want to be on camera when I'm holding one. He doesn't want to be involved at the moment. So Andy doesn't want to be in the videos. So if Anna can't be in the videos and Andy doesn't want to be in the videos, For the vast majority of the time, that means that I can be the only one in them anyway, because we're the three that live here full time. Lucy's away at uni. Amy's here one weekend every fortnight, and we spend that weekend together rather than me working. So even if I wanted to vlog at the moment, it could only be me, and it would have to be in the house. Now, I could pick the camera up partway through the video and go and carry on the conversation sat on the sofa or sitting in the garden or propped up on the bathroom mirror. But ultimately, any content I make at the moment has to be me sitting talking into a camera. It's the only thing we're able to make in the current circumstances. Now, that will change. Some of that will change. Lockdown will end. When it does, we'll have days out. And I'm sure if we're going somewhere fun, Andy will probably take a camera. One of the reasons he's not filming anything is because he's not going anywhere. So I'm pretty confident if we were to go back to Disneyland, for example, he'll probably take a camera. The girls will probably come, and I'll just have to make sure that Anna's holding the camera or that I'm angling it away from her when I'm filming. And I'll probably make some vlogs there. I can't do that now. And it's ridiculous to ask me to, because I'm not going to break the rules, because for me, this being my hobby, it is more important for me to be a responsible citizen and care about other people than it is to get out trashy family vlog videos every day like the trashy family vloggers are. I'm not going to do it. Don't care about doing it. If that's what you want, you're in the wrong place, because I'm not a scumbag. And on the topic of me not being a scumbag, the thing that really, really annoyed me more than any of this, there were a few people accusing me of turning my back on the autistic community, and I will not have that. I'm going to read from my list of things that I've done just in the last year, of things that I've done for the autistic community in the last year. Even as recently as last month, I raised over £3,000 for the National Autistic Society doing a Football Manager live stream. As part of that, I also donated 100% of my prize money from winning the first season of the FM21 Streamer Showdown. I got a nice thank you letter from the National Autistic Society for that, because we were one of the top fundraisers in the entire country for any charity on Just Giving during the month of January. That's quite good. That's not turning your back on the community. That's really recent, raising a lot of money for them. In addition to that, since lockdown started, I've represented the National Autistic Society in local and national media more than a dozen times through TV, radio, print, online. I'm one of their go-to guys for sending out and talking about how the pandemic has affected autistic people. I'm doing that a lot, and I'm not just doing it publicly. I've been working with schools, with colleges, with other creators, both front-facing and behind the scenes. I've done interviews with colleges and schools. I've been involved in e-learning lessons where I've been zoomed into classrooms and done Q&As with school kids and with college students. And I've helped out other content creators. I've worked with the National Autistic Society social media team. I spoke at the Autism Show's digital only event that they put on last year. I'm already booked to speak at their next physical event. I brought a neurodiversity panel to a mainstream Comic-Con for the first time in the history of the world. The third largest Comic-Con in the world, London Comic-Con. I arranged a neurodiversity panel there that I then moderated. I pulled the other creators in involved and got them involved in that. That's something that had never been done anywhere on that kind of scale before. I have continued to work hard for the autistic community throughout all of this. Even if I'm not doing it in videos, that doesn't mean it's not happening. And I think it is important to remind everybody at this point that despite all of that I've just said, this was never an autism channel. I made a video 3 years ago reminding you that this was never an autism channel. It's just a channel by a guy who happens to have an autistic kid and happens to have some traits of autism himself that he's trying to get diagnosed for. It was never an autism channel. Yes, I would often make content about issues that are faced by autistic people because they were the issues we were facing. I was making videos about my day-to-day life, and for a lot of the last 3 or 4 years, my day-to-day life has been super focused in on some of the problems we were having because of Andy's autism. But we weren't an autism channel. I still made videos from Comic-Con. I still made my little sit-down talks about education and motivation and habit forming and cooking and whatever else. We made Nuka-Cola. But I mean, if you go back to the first year of the channel, I made videos about DDP yoga, about writing a book and getting my first book published, about motivation. I did a lot of content about teaching and leaving teaching. It has never been an autism channel. If you're here just for autism content, again, I think you're here as part of a misunderstanding that that's what this channel is or was, and it never was, it never will be. It's not an autism channel. I make content about what I want to make content about at the time. Does that mean I'll never make a video about autism again? No, of course it doesn't. I will when it's relevant and when it's important to do so. I'm not going to force it just because some people want that more than anything else. There are good channels out there that are just about autism. If you just want autism content, go subscribe to those channels. That's never been what you've got here. So you shouldn't be expecting that now. And I think that actually highlights one of the drawbacks of daily vlogging for as long as we did, because I made over 1,000 videos on this channel in a space of 3 years. Now, I can't expect anyone to sit and watch all 1,000 of those videos. So that meant that you would cherry pick the videos that you wanted. You'd take the ones, if you're only interested in one element of what we were doing, you'd watch that video and you might get 3 or 4 of them a month and you'd be satisfied. And I don't think anyone was in every single day, day in, day out throughout the history of the daily vlog, or very few people were. So people have kind of formed an idea of what the channel is because they were able to cherry pick the content they wanted and ignore the rest. But now, because the content's less frequent, because I'm only making 4 videos a month rather than 30, you'll still probably get in the same proportion of the content that you want, but it's much less of it. It takes me about 8 months now to produce what would have been a month's content before. So to produce what would have been a full year of the old style of content, it's going to take like 7 or 8 years of producing videos to get that same quantity of videos out there. So I get that it might feel like I've abandoned the kind of content that you want, but like I've said throughout this video, if that upsets you and if you don't like the content I make now because of it, just unsubscribe. YouTube's full of people. I don't mean that to sound flippant. I don't mean for that to seem like I'm turning my back on my fans or all the other things that I've been accused of, but don't worry about me if that's what it is. Don't worry that if a load of you unsubscribe, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills or I'm going to get sad or upset about it. I'm not. This is a hobby. If that happened on the other channel, it'd be a disaster. If it happens, if in a year's time, I've got 50,000 subscribers on this channel, but it's 50,000 subscribers who are all in and fully in support of what I'm doing, that's much better than having 200,000 subscribers where 180,000 of them aren't interested and are just nagging at me constantly and causing me all sorts of hassle in the comments. And that's one of the reasons why I'm just going to block and delete comments from now on. I've always talked about having a no-nonsense, one strike and you're out policy when it comes to handling social media. It's the way I stay sane. I do this all day for my job. I read every comment that comes in on every channel, every email, everything that comes in on Twitter or Instagram. I read it all. I don't reply to everything, but I read everything. And when the negativity is piling on, it does take its toll. So I'm fed up of it taking its toll. So for my own mental health, I'm just blocking those people now. If that upsets you, again, subscribe. Go and watch somebody else. I hope the message is clear that you don't have to be here. If you don't like it, if you don't like me, if I'm too arrogant for you now, or all the other things I've been accused of being, that's fine. Unsubscribe. Go and watch someone else. Honestly, we'll all be happier for it. And I hope this video has got the message across. If any of you who are fully in support of all of the changes have made it to the end, give yourselves a round of applause, because that is an incredible effort, because this feels like this is me leading a detention and telling people off for misbehaving. So thank you all for the ongoing support. If you are still on board for part of the journey, and like I said at the start, now I've got this all together in one place and I've got all this off my chest, and we've got the new policy of just blocking and deleting any negativity that appears on the channel now. I'm never going to have the need to do this again. If someone doesn't like what I'm doing and decide to moan about it, we only have to hear them once and they're gone. And I think that's probably going to be for the best going forward. So it's the last one of these kind of videos you'll ever see. And we'll be back to normally scheduled broadcasting next weekend. I don't know what it'll be yet, but it'll be something fun that I'll enjoy and hopefully you'll get some value out of. So thank you for watching if you made it this far. thank you for watching. If this is the end for you and you're moving on, I genuinely do appreciate your time over the last few years. It's a shame you don't like the new stuff, but you can't please everybody, and I'd go mad trying. So thank you for watching, and I'll see some of you again soon.